I wonder if this is a very difficult ask for maybe Hollywood in general, but this is mainly directed at Marvel. Does every property that's about a titular character need to introduce somebody else? Like, this has been Marvel's MO for quite some time, ever since the MCU became a thing. And it was understandable in phase one, but now in the latest phases, it's just getting ridiculous. I finished watching Agatha All Along, but trust and believe, Agatha All Along isn't about Agatha. It's about introducing somebody else. And Agatha is a bit of a background character in her own show, which doesn't make sense because I think it mainly started with Hawkeye. My disconnect with modern MCU started with Hawkeye specifically, where I was expecting to see a lot of Jeremy Renner, but then he kind of fades into the background to introduce other characters, the new Hawkeye, the younger Hawkeye, or whatever, fine. But then there was so much they could have done with his story because there's stuff that we never got to see. For example, in Avengers Endgame, there's this pivotal scene where, after knowing that his family died and he might never see them again, he volunteers to go back in time to see if he can bring something from the past into the future and to see if, time, space, and reality is going to tear apart or whatever. And he does, he takes a glove, right? But then there's a scene where he hears his daughter's voice again. And, you know, it's like he wants to reach for his daughter because he hasn't seen them in like 5 years, right? So for a father, knowing that your family is alive again, and you can just, they're a moment away or they're a reach away, and then that gets ripped away from you, and you're taken 5 years into the future where they're gone, they're erased again. And, like that scene was such an emotional scene in Avengers Endgame. And then when I heard, okay, he's gonna get his own series, I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna lean in that direction. Maybe we're gonna see a lot about Clint's childhood. We're gonna see a lot about, the relationship between him and his wife, a lot of scenes with him as a father figure, you know, um, nice anecdotes about his children, and they didn't do much of that. Why though? Because there was so much more they could have done with him as a character, but now I doubt we're gonna see much more of him in the MCU going forward. You see, it's these things that annoy me about modern media. It's, hi, there's this show or this movie, and this is the titular character, but just know they're gonna be in the background. Why? Who asked for stuff like that?